Hello.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
Torbjorn. Holy shit, brother. That tiny microphone has some potency.
Really?
Yeah, holy fuck, your voice is so different, man.
Just like my dinner.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Small but strong.
Small but strong. All right. Anyway. So, today, my dudes, we have episode 46 of Rune. First of all, how's the party doing? How are you guys doing? You guys doing good?
I'm
party
ready to die.
I don't want to die.
No one's gonna die. Calm the fuck down, man.
I'm down to die.
I'm ready.
You're always down. What?
My body's what?
Okay. Anyway, first of all, I want to wish Born's
Merry
grandma
Christmas.
happy birthday. Very big
90th
birthday. Oh my god.
19?
She has
19th.
19.
No, she's not. No, 90.
She still has 90.
90th?
No, yeah, 90th.
90th birthday. So clap and happy birthday to Born's grandma Pog. Now a couple fucking awesome things that we have to talk about before we start the episode. So
Have?
yes, first of all, there's a very important one, which is the fact that we have a YouTube channel and you guys can check out previous
my
episodes on it.
God.
So exclamation mark YouTube, and you will find the previous episodes for you to check, including episode 45, which is the previous one, to this one numbers. Also, if you guys wish to read the recaps instead of watching the episodes, you can just do the following command that I'm going to do in chat right now, exclamation mark recap, and you can have access to all of the written recaps. Now, for the most important thing ever.
Oh, I noticed. It's missing.
There's a reveal today, chat room.
Oh.
A big reveal. And this reveal
Oh,
is...
It's a big one. Should I?
No, it's not your dick yet.
Oh,
Not
okay,
yet.
okay.
Not
Sorry.
yet. This big reveal is Sade's rework.
Dick? Oh, fuck.
Why are you like that?
It is Sade's rework.
Yes.
So, guys, by the way, I'm gonna turn on Watch Together and use it for the background for a little bit. So if you guys have the...
Beyond that.
Yeah, we have the volumes. Don't worry.
Okay. So
I didn't.
now,
Can I have it?
Sade was reworked by Zenovice, who's probably in the chat. Here's the YouTube channel as well. Wait, I'm gonna use it.
Wait, you just still haven't shared the stream.
We pogging.
And also, you can find Zenny here. I have only shown it to Sade, and Esteri got a little preview like yesterday or something.
Why?
Because he is
Special privileges.
Yes, exactly. Because he's my close friend. I showed it to my close friends because people need. I even showed it to my family. People needed to see
Oh,
this.
it's so cute.
So she worked on this for like a week and a half or something. And she pretty much I through the item descriptions that I gave her and through like imagining the shit born by their own close friends. Yes, I hate them. Through imagining all of the things that I said, Zenny did what I think is probably one of her best fucking things she's done for Rune ever in this planet. And so I would like to show you guys what it is. Is everyone ready? Are you guys ready for this shit? Here we go. I'm gonna show a big picture of it. I'll even make it bigger if we need to. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. There's Sade on your screen right now. And
That's cool.
I can make her even bigger so that everyone
awesome, dude.
Yes,
everyone
show
in
that
chat
face.
can see Sade. This is now her version, you know, after the previous one, which was done at first
That's cool.
like the I don't know, it was like a year ago, more than a year ago. No, actually, yeah, it was actually a year ago. And now this is her now. She's wearing the armor of the mists, which Sade has equipped. She's wearing both Mind Slasher and Soul Eater, the daggers that she has, and the bow Shadow Shot on her back. She's also wearing the bracers of the Blade Dancer there. So Zenny is in the chat right there if you guys want to go check her out. I'm gonna do that again.
Really well done, Zenny.
You can also scroll down. You
Oh,
can also scroll down below and you'll find all of her links on the emotes part of my channel. But yeah, this is the
God damn it, Teddy.
no, it was actually a mistype. She mistyped it.
I know, but it was funny.
But yeah, there you go. Now let me put her next to you now.
Yeah.
Her little face.
It's okay, Teddy. It's okay. Even the pose is so dynamic. I love it so much.
Yeah, there you go. That's
I love it so much.
we try to do that, and Zenny's become really good with faces and with poses. It's been one of her greatest developments that I've noticed.
The face is stunning. I love it so much.
So yeah.
Really
Also,
good shit.
when we have the reworks of all of the characters, we're gonna switch the system, like the presentation system that we have around. We're going to have like zoom ins on their portraits so that you guys can see their faces a little bit better, instead of having the full body. But that will only be done when we have all of the reworks of the characters done with all of your new items and stuff. Next up on the rework list, after I work on some other stuff with her, will be Brighto. So that's going to be the next rework. Torbjorn's going to be the last one because I hate Born. Fucking hate the guy. It is what it is.
I'm just here to make your DMing a little bit more difficult. So
Yeah, man. Anyway, that was the reveal. That was what we had to show you that was special today. And right now,
It's pretty cool.
I believe that it is time for us to jump into the next episode of Rune. Is everyone ready? Everyone hyped up?
You gotta do your recap thing.
I will, but first the intro. So we'll roll out
slash
the
outro.
Fuck you. We'll roll out the roll out the thing, and we'll see you in a little bit. Be ready, guys. We'll be right back. All right.
All right,
back.
Onion, we seriously need to update the intro, man.
We need a
Why?
bald onion
It's
there.
it's so
Dude,
fucking
we
pretty,
need the
man.
bald Onion. You still had a hair, like you still had a bang.
Hey
Bang.
man, I still bang if you know what I mean.
You don't. Shut up.
All right. Anyway, let's get us back into the world of Rune. The quick little recap of last episode. So, last episode told the tale of how our heroes saw an old friend and faced Vongoth once more. It began with the BDC descending the now rotting Sleepy Willow, only to meet Carapsels at the bottom level. The mysterious character had come to talk once more and left a few strange messages. They then attempted to communicate with the council, but none of the members were answering Brito's message spell other than Shen. This concerned the BDC, sparking an early departure south to meet with the Eye of Twilight. On their journey through the main island, they passed by the village of Sung-An and found it burned to ashes. No survivors left from whatever fate befell this city, as not even the children were spared. Finally, they arrived in Welly, ready to get on a boat and depart to the island of Barl. As they passed through the main street, up on the ceiling of a building, 3 familiar faces awaited them. Aineal, the leader of the Brotherhood, Vongoth, but bigger, and a very different Orno. Katsuki, the legendary sword, was thrown in front of the party, as well as 3 bloody bags. As Torbjorn opened one of them, he saw the head of Kennen, and with inhuman speed, threw his spear at Vongoth. Another brawl began, and our heroes against the legendary Vastaya that has haunted them for far too long now. Blows were traded, blood was shed, but nothing seemed to hurt the beast too much. Just as things were getting rough, Talon, seeking revenge, jumped on Vongoth and delivered a powerful strike, distracting him and buying some time for the BDC to run, but instead, they decided to fight more. Each of their attacks, however, hit a strange barrier that formed around Vongoth, seemingly even to his displeasure. Encased within this barrier and enraged by not being allowed to have his fun, the Kilash ripped Talon's head from his shoulders as he was teleported out of Welly. Wounded among the rubble of many buildings, and with 2 bloody bags still on the floor. Among all the scars the land now shows, our heroes once again move forward with a heavy heart and a troubled consciousness. Alright. So, you guys had just finished the fight. Buildings crumbling down. Eclipse was inside one of them where he was thrown towards by Vongoth. Another building to the other side has been completely turned to rubble by Vongoth just jumping into it with Talon on his back. On the floor in the main street, there are still 2 bags that have been unopened. 2 bloody bags. And the now inert Katsuki, the giant exploding sword that Korno once had on his back. What do you guys do?
I wanna check.
Who's closer to the bags?
Probably would be all of you right now. Would be like equidistant from the bags.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we have.
Is anyone pinging for me?
Probably Eclipse.
Let me
Eclipse was pretty low.
I'm fine. No, I'm
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
I'll go to him.
Right,
And cast the cure ones.
you go inside the rubble. As you go inside, you see covered in like stone
Okay.
and rubble the head of Eclipse sort of looking very dead.
I'll just start.
delusion.
I do feel the ping, so I know that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that you see that. But the ping you feel towards your right.
Yeah,
Delusion.
I stop for a second, like. Oh,
What?
okay. And I'll go towards the ping.
All right, as you head towards, you see among the rubble bodies of other people. You sense that the 3 people that are there are still alive, but they seem to be pretty hurt, and some of them are like trying to move away the rocks from all of the rubble that Eclipse caused when he just impacted against the wall. But you easily enough just run towards Eclipse. He was like about to jump out a window on the other side of the building, ready to run, and you're just there, and he's within our arm's reach.
Cast a cure wounds.
All right.
So I don't know what's
Holy
coming.
fuck!
Damn,
shit.
Boomer. We ready to fight
So
again?
you are okay.
20 hit points you recover, Eclipse.
And I want to go back then,
Yeah.
and I'll say to Eclipse, help me out, and I'll go towards the people trying to help
All right.
as much as I can.
You see sort of a man, probably like in his early like 30s or something, like moving away rubble and trying to like rescue someone in there. He kind of goes, please help me, and he continues like removing rocks from one of these areas. And apparently like the impact of Eclipse just banging against the wall was so big that the part of the roof collapsed as well, in a certain region. Do you like help him remove the
Yeah,
rocks?
I'll help. Yeah,
I'll help as well.
help out.
As you guys are removing the stone rubble, you see the body of a child, still alive, alive, but the face of this kid is it's a human female, is completely like scratched on one side, almost as if the rock fell in half of her face, and you probably deemed that her right arm is broken, shattered even, by the rubble.
I'll get my hand on the other side of the face. That's
Yeah.
still okay, and I'll cast a cure wounds on her too.
All right.
Well,
You see the man sort of try to hold her as you do that, and crying his eyes out. All right.
12 HP.
As you begin your hand begins glowing again and reaching around her face, you see that the scratches begin to sort of heal and form a scar on her right side. As the man sort of begins holding her and looks at you and says, thank you so much.
Is that all?
I think so. And you see like a woman that was in this house, she's kind of like coming to her senses. She had been knocked out and is kind of like still a little bit woozy, but is about to join them. Seems to be a family that was there.
You know if there's more survivors?
I mean, we were the ones that lived here. Maybe check across the street. And as he points and you look through the hole that Eclipse ripped through the wall, you see on the other building, one of the other buildings is completely crumbled in. And it was the building where Vongoth sort of jumped into while he had Talon on his back, and is completely crumbled in. And outside you also see kind of Torbjorn and Sade. Sade, who was in Empress form. Your Empress form is now fading as you recover your colors once more, and you have 2 exhaustion points, which I think are in your conditions now, marked.
They are there. Level 2.
Yeah. And Torbjorn is just sitting there in the middle of the street with the bloody bags at his feet and the sword in front of him.
Torbjorn is still pissed because Vongoth got away again, and this time it was even clearer that he just didn't care. So
You like punching the floor?
no, not punching the floor, but he recognizes Corno's sword, and just goes there and tries to lift it.
All right.
Oh, the sword was left?
Yeah, the sword is stuck in the ground. It's lost. It lost its magma glow that it had in the center. It's almost as if it's like dried up. As you try to pick up the sword, it is a hunk of rock. It's really hard for you to like remove it, but it doesn't resist you. It doesn't seem to like work the same way that it worked with Corno, and you twist the handle like Corno used to do to switch it from form to form. No, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to like try out the sword. He just picks up the sword and just slams it on. You know, in a fit of rage, like just to let it all out.
Easy enough. You grab the sword like by the sides, and it's really heavy even for you, but you manage to like push it away as it impacts the ground.
We have a barbarian.
It impacts the ground and it begins cracking and it cracks the rock around it. That sword is like impossibly heavy. Even for someone as strong as you, it's now just like a giant piece of rock.
I want to go to the other building that went down to see if I found anyone alive.
All right,
under the rock.
You run towards the other building, and as you like climb up on the rubble and you look down at the center of the building, the people that are there, not only are they fine, the rubble all fell around them, almost as if like something was covering them. There's that would be, give me a second. Yeah, there's two people in there, two dudes. They seem pretty young, probably, you know, early 20s, like they're late teens. And they're kind of like still scared, but the rubble fell all on top of them, but it's like something was covering them and the rubble just fell to the sides, and it's like they're in this open space and the rubble is just surrounding them, and they're like not quite understanding and not moving at the same time. And they just look at you.
Are you okay?
I think so.
Wasn't you that checked yourselves?
No. Was it you?
I want to say yeah. No, it wasn't. Sadly, I didn't even knew you were here.
Can I move?
You can try.
He like slowly.
No, I'm joking. You're okay.
He slowly like moves his foot into like the rubble. Yeah, I can move. Hey, you can move, dude. Oh yeah, I can move too. And they're just like in shock and acting super weird.
Yeah.
But they don't seem.
Is that the building that Van Gogh and Talon
crashed into?
Yeah.
While they still had while Van Gogh was inside
the barrier.
The barrier. Okay.
Yeah. And they seem like, from your like insight, passive insight, they look pretty fucking stupid to be able to do any magic.
Yeah.
So you deem that wasn't
someone
them.
Was here. Yeah.
Someone protected them there.
Is there any kind of because we saw the village destroyed, were they destroying anything here? Is there any burn stuff?
Looking around, nothing. It seems pretty, other than the disaster that is the other building and this one, nothing.
I
Okay.
have a question.
Yes.
Torbjorn is after the bags or before?
He's next to the bags and the sword. Yeah, he pushed the sword and the bags are like around him.
At this moment, Torbjorn is not even thinking about the bags.
Yeah, no, I just want to know for the action. As I come out of hiding, since Torbjorn is there, I want to ask, so what was in the bags that made you instantly attack? And I just move slowly there.
Yeah.
I don't know what was on the other two, but on the one that I opened, it was Master Cannon's head.
What?
Yeah.
You hear this, by the way, Brighto, at that time.
Yeah, I'll start heading.
Eclipse, as you
towards them.
head out of the building as well, along with Brighto, and gather up with them, you can hear Torbjorn throwing the sword to the ground, and I'll say, like, carefully trying to calm down Torbjorn and ask what was going on. You guys can all hear this.
I just saw his head and I just don't remember what I did next.
It's okay. I follow. I thought it was justifiable, and from what you're saying, it is. And I look to Bridal, as in, you gotta inform people about this.
Brighto right now is really concerned, and it goes immediately to the second and third bag, just looking for who is there.
All right.
Hey, Luke.
So
I'm just really confused about the whole situation. Like, I don't know what the sword is or the head, so I'm just standing there like, okay.
yeah, Eclipse is just like cross-armed looking at you, like.
Yeah, as Torbjorn sees Eclipse lost, Torbjorn turns to him, and that sword belonged of one of our party members and our early quest, and now it seems that he turned rogue. Master Cannon was well, let's just say he saved our lives more than once, taught us a lot of things, and he was a very important person to us. And not to mention that he was one of the strongest beings that we knew. So
He's now added to Vanguard's list. One more.
yeah.
I'm sorry for your losses. Shouldn't we do something to honor their memory?
We need to let Adadal, his pupil, know.
All right. As you kneel down, Brighto, to check the other bags, check the first one, and it is in fact Master Cannon's head there, still with the hood on and everything. And you knowing a little bit more about anatomy and knowing a little bit more about the general making of the body, you look at the head, and the way that the neck is standing, it was ripped off. It was not cut clean. It was pulled apart, and there's still bone hanging out of it.
Question, like Mortal Kombat style, like when
Yeah,
Like Talon!
like grabbed and pulled apart.
Like Talon died,
where the
okay?
spine still falls a bit.
Yeah, and as you sort of look at the head, you see that it's like crushed. The cranium is crushed in certain areas, which kind of match the size of Vongoth's fingers.
Yeah.
As you open another one of the bags, you see a man. The head of a man, spine still a little bit hanging out of the neck again, head ripped off, and the skull crushed. Long, dark hair with a scar on his nose. A face locked in terror.
Yes.
You do not recognize this man, however. Never seen him before. It's disturbing again, seeing him. It reminds you of how small, you as a human can be compared to someone as Vongoth. Looking at his had his skull, and seeing that the obvious like places where Vongoth grabbed the guy's head is very, very disturbing to you. It is violence of a level that you are not used to, even through all of the things that you've been through, even through being stabbed in the back through the chest by Talon. That is something that still bothers you deeply. And then on the third bag, as you open and look into it, you see a familiar face that tried to hit on you even. Head partially crushed, the Vastayan fox ears, and the face, the eyes completely blank and locked again in the same expression of terror. It is the head of Ari, which you had faced in the Temple of Volpo not that long ago. It now stands there for you.
There's a bit of relief on Brighton, but at the same time, he looks at Sade, and yeah, you won't like this one, and I'll just
What?
You'll show?
try to show her. Yeah.
You won't like this one. Here.
Hey, catch!
I hate you. Alright, so as he says that, I also get closer and watch from close.
You confirm 100%. That is in fact Ari. Her face is just slightly changed from the crushing of the cranium. One of her ears is ripped off, and the neck once again shows the evidence of being just torn apart from the body and not even cut clean.
No. Now we're gonna have two people on the party that attack Vangoth on sight. On sight.
I just stay in shock and horror, just letting it sink in. So I'm just looking.
You feel something as you look into her face. You've been angry before, many times. You felt out of control a few, but right now in the back of your neck there's this stinging sensation of you just want to kill someone. This was the worst that you've ever been through, and the hatred that you feel for that one guy for Vongoth is bigger than anything that bigger than your hatred for the Noxians. It's like something is just enhancing these feelings and almost like turning you into an avenger of sorts. And as the party looks at you, you guys can see Sade's hair momentarily turns like darker and then goes back to her silver color and then goes dark again and then silver color, and her tails, instead of showing the same flowing colors, they go darker and black and they spike up and then they turn normal again. You recognize this from Empress form, but it's different. This is just her anger finding a way to show itself outside.
I just close the bag and I hug it.
All right. As you guys now notice, you look around, you see the people of Welly begin to exit their houses and sort of gingerly walk in the street and look at you, concerned. No one says anything, they're just there and they look, and some of them look down. There's no words of thank you, of anything. Righto. I'd like you to roll an insight check for me. And also don't forget you're muted.
I know.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
Looking about, the faces of these people are of someone that knew that shit was going to happen. Someone that knew that they were there and they were waiting for you. They almost feel, you feel guilt on them.
Do I see anyone that would resemble any kind of power on the community? Anyone that is being looked at, or
No one right now, and rolling with your insight, there's no one that it's like it was a collective thing, you know. It's like they knew, they feel guilty, and there's people there. The guy from the inn is missing. He's not there. The woman that you went to the shop that first time you arrived in Welly, she's not there either. There's people
for the bargain.
Yeah, there's people there's people from here that you don't see right now. And they all just kind of look at you guys and wait for your reaction.
I'll go to the party. There was someone else here. Someone protected those kids inside the house with some kind of shield, like Shen's.
I decided that I wanna scan everyone's faces,
All right.
but mostly out of any, not because it says shields. Even though I'm looking for it, I'm also looking for bad intention people, because I'm just straight alert. No.
All right, you can roll okay. You can roll an insight check as well. Yeah, you can roll an
I want to
insight
go
check.
and ask for people if they know, like, anything.
All right, we'll deal with that
Damn.
in a second. You don't notice any bad intentions on anyone. And like scanning about, no one seems to be a practitioner of magic there. You don't see any arcane focuses. You don't sense anything special. Nothing. So, Eclipse, you approach one of the women that is there and sort of like looking down. She has this like straight dark brown hair, wearing an apron, just regular and more regular like dress clothes. You deem that this is probably someone who works at the inn. What do you ask?
Why is there some people missing? Like, we went to some shops and
You wouldn't know
It
that.
was
You wouldn't
in
know
the
that.
past.
It was in the past.
it's in the past.
When they arrived. It was when they arrived in Welly in the first episode that this happened.
well, then I ask if they noticed anything strange lately. If they know anything related to the burning village or noticed anything recently.
The woman sort of looks at you again with this guilty look, and she says, they arrived before you, a few hours. They took a few of us and they threatened to burn down Welly if we did not hide, and we tried to help you. We could have warned you, but
It's okay.
if you knew, this whole place would have suffered the same fate that Sung-an did. And so we stood still.
Can I hear this?
He went off to the side to talk to someone.
Fuck.
And she seems like she avoids eye contact and barely like looks at you. She's looking at your feet.
I try to recomfort her and look her in the eyes and say like, well, everything's going for the better, I hope.
I'm so sorry. I couldn't. We couldn't. They showed us the Yordle, such a sacred being, but that one is, it burned hotter than the sun. It could have killed us all. Please forgive us. So, while he's doing this, you guys?
Yeah. Since everyone is just staring at us and looking, I wanna scream out, did you see them getting killed?
There's no answer to that. There's just people looking at each other, sort of like waiting for someone to step up, you know, to talk, and no one is talking. And as she finishes the conversation, this woman sort of steps aside from Eclipse, and she says, if you're talking about what's in the bags, they already came with them. It didn't happen here.
Was it 3 of them only?
I only saw 3 bags.
No, the people.
Yes. Only the giant, Yordle, and the woman.
I wrestling out and just get back a bit.
I'll start pulling out a piece of copper wire, and I want to cast sending.
Okay.
To Adadal.
All right.
Hey, friend. We found out what happened with Cannon. We are at Welle. Come fast.
All right.
I saw that on you.
Few moments pass. And you see, sort of in the distance, towards where you came from, you begin seeing these clouds, dark clouds forming up in the sky, and you see thundering on them.
Yeah.
And then you hear, all right, I will be there as soon as possible. I just arrived in Sung-An. My trail leads me to Weli as well. Wait but an hour and I will be there.
I want to cast another one.
Okay.
To Shen.
Okay.
We are at Welle.
Mm-hmm.
Making our way there, but it seems like Master Cannon is dead.
Damn, dropping the bomb.
His head. Right here. I called Adadal. I'll be waiting.
Right.
As Brighto is saying this, Torbjorn tries to put.
Yeah.
No.
I think so.
I
Yeah.
always thought it was mentally.
No, it's a thing. I say it
No,
out loud.
go.
He's talking as he's saying, yeah.
Tries to put Cornel's sword in the bag of holding.
You're probably gonna need help. You can't lift it alone.
I can give him a hand.
Not gonna be enough.
Torbjorn, can Torbjorn lift it up and then?
No, you could only like push it to the ground, but you can't like move the sword. You pushed it to the ground because it was like stuck on the ground. You can't push it. It's too heavy.
No, okay.
And even with Eclipse helping you, you cannot move this, lift up the sword. This is probably like a 4 to 5 man job.
Can we ask the villagers for help? Like there's so many.
Go ahead, boy. You do
We
your
won't be
thing.
able to take it out though. It's gonna be too hard.
Do you still
Oh,
want
yeah.
to? Do you still want to do it?
Torbjorn?
Yeah.
All right. You quickly find the 2 people there, and kind of they're a little bit confused, but they feel guilty, so they help you lift it. You see them like the 2 men strain a little bit to lift it up with you.
Torbjorn doesn't give a flying fuck.
But you find like someone else, a little kid, to like open the bag as you put it in, and you manage to stick it inside the bag of holding. However, you feel like it's gonna be troublesome for you to like pull it out at any time, but it is in there. All right, so
I say thank you and then I just go back to them.
as you await for Shen's answer, a few moments pass, and then he answers with, "I need you in Wuju Village as fast as possible. It's time." And that's what he says. He's actually Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yay! Hey! Where's her psychic damage? Where's her psychic damage? Huh?
Her psychic damage? Okay, she's gonna take psychic damage. Now because not only is she going to take psychic damage, you're gonna take psychic damage too because you fucked your teammate. So both of you take 8 points of psychic damage.
No!
Okay, now I'm down.
That's like half my HP, boy.
All right. Nice joke.
Dang it.
Anyway, you have 1 hour until Adadal supposedly arrives.
Yeah, we are anything close to the inn or something.
Yeah, you can get there easily.
Yeah, I'll close the bags and we'll go to the inn probably.
All right.
Just so we don't want to stay outside.
All right. You get to the inn. You don't see the innkeeper there. At this point, it is, from what you've heard, Eclipse like quickly gathers after you guys tell him that you knew that he was probably one of the people that was taken. He is not there. The girl helps you, gives you food. She, in fact, gives it for free, and you guys can spend there this last hour before Adadal arrives. It is still the sun is still up. It is still afternoon.
Okay. When we were where the event happened, were there a lot of people looking at us? Like after they left?
When you were fighting?
No, after the fighting, near the swords and the heads.
Yeah, everyone.
Yeah, the village was there.
They're surrounding us, little shit.
Before going to the inn, Torbjorn just stands up and looks at everyone looking at us, and just says, if you all don't want to see this happen again, if you want to protect what is yours, you should start finding your way to Ionia. Learn how to protect yourselves. Learn how to protect your loved ones. Otherwise, if you keep hiding, more of this is gonna happen.
Roll a persuasion check for me, please.
Damn, boy, that was very nice.
Why, Onion? Why? Just let the moment
Yeah,
happen,
just let it
dude.
do it.
No. That's D&D.
You feel like your message got through to them, but
Torbjorn wasn't. Yeah, because.
but
sorry,
they're
Torbjorn wasn't
afraid.
trying-
I know.
he wasn't trying to persuade anyone.
Dude. I know what I'm doing. Okay. They just look too scared still. Even after what you said, you see them, their legs shake, their hands shake, their peepees shake. You know, they're too scared. Some of them are even frozen. It's pretty evident that they're scared. To everyone.
Raito will get close to Torbjorn after he says that. Gets a hand on the shoulder and whispers he's here. Wise words, but I feel that there's too much anger for a monk. And I'll just shrug his head.
That's because I'm not a monk.
Bitch.
Okay. I didn't mean it in a bad way.
Yeah, and Torbjorn just replies,
yeah.
That's because I'm not a monk.
Well,
I want to throw in
sense.
like looking at everyone. At least you're still alive, and I just got to treasure life. It's that sense, but I'm mad. Clearly, I'm mad.
But I'm mad.
But I'm mad. but it's at least you're still alive. Treasure that, because you know what's in the bag was.
What's in the bag? What's in the box? Tell me what's in the box.
All right, so
Points for him.
as you, he's gonna die out of this if I
Okay,
damage him
sorry.
more. So you guys, you can get a short rest in this hour that you spend at the inn. If you want to roll hit dice or if you want to do anything, you can get a short rest.
Or you can get spells.
I have a question. I was
Yeah.
checking something here.
Getting key back.
What's the cooldown for my modify memory? It's
I believe it is long rest, but
Okay.
I can confirm.
I am 2 per long rest. I could see now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
So, as you guys are waiting at the inn, the storm you saw far away from the place you came from, the entrance of Welly, sort of around Sung An, begins to hit Welly, and rain and this like strong wind begins to sweep around, and you hear the doors they just click clack together and bang against each other. Okay, this is a poor choice of words, but you get the idea. There's just this huge storm, rain hitting the windows, and just with this gust of wind, Adadal enters the inn. And
one thing, where's the hit dice again?
When you do short rest,
Yeah, you have an option to hit short roll
rest.
hit die.
I think it's here.
yeah, short rest, roll hit die. Exactly.
Yeah.
There you go. That recovers your HP.
And then you mark how many you used.
Because there's a limited amount per long rest that you can use of hit dice.
And if you long rest, I think you get off of it.
Yeah.
Something like
Yeah, exactly. So Adadal arrives and he quickly spots you, and he just runs towards you and he says, "Hello, my friends. Torbjorn, my brother, Sade." And he kind of like bows to you. "Braito, my fellow lantern man, the glowing light. How are you doing?"
Torbjorn has a very serious face.
And you are new. As he looks at you, Eclipse. "You are new.
Yeah.
I believe we have not met yet. My name is Adadal."
This
My
is
name
Eclipse.
is Eclipse.
All right.
Oh, you guys are in sync. Cute.
Good to know. But why the long faces, my friends? What is happening? You said you had
Yeah.
information.
I do. bad one. First I have to ask you something.
Wait,
are you
who has the
able?
bags? Because I only
Bags
have
are
mine.
in the table,
Mine.
probably.
Okay, that's
Okay.
terrible though, but okay.
Fine. It's normal,
Sure.
man. Just bloody hands on the table.
While I'm eating a sandwich.
No, we need to do this somewhere.
Yeah,
We need
Not
do it
really.
properly.
we need to speak somewhere private.
All right, let us go outside then. And as you guys leave, and the rain is like falling down heavily on you, it's not falling heavily on you. It seems to sort of surround you and hit just outside of this strange aura.
Oh, that's so cool.
And Adadal turns to you and he says, "Forgive all of this, but it gives me cover from unwanted eyes."
No worries.
I was going to ask, are you able to make us? Can you transport us in any way?
Forgive me, but I can't. I am just very fast myself. Right, Torbjorn?
Yeah, buddy.
Okay. Yeah, we came here to go towards Shen, and we came through our other friend that you met the
Before.
English before. Corno. But not the same Corno. He was with Vanguard and the Black Rose. So yeah, and well, see it for yourself, and I'll give him the bag.
He grabs the bag and kind of looks at you, but then opens, and as he opens it, you see that the feathers, the like purple and green colored feathers of his cloak, his Vestayan Lotland cloak, sort of glow dull. His hair and his ears just go down a little bit. I fear this might have happened.
I fear this might happen again if we don't do something about it.
I must be completely honest with you, my friends. I was not on the hunt for the council. I was looking for Von Goth as well. It come to my attention that my master was probably killed by this giant beast. I am myself searching for revenge. Yes, not Kennen, my former master, Yasuo, an exile, but a good man, the one who taught me all of my wind slashing techniques.
For any chance?
Yes.
I hope not, but would this be him? And I'll show him the other bag.
He opens the bag and... What a fantastic day.
We are not laughing. We're not laughing.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm not laughing. Torbjorn is not laughing. He just
It is him. Well, that confirms the reason of my anger. I assume they are gone and not here anymore.
No.
Torbjorn explains everything that happened.
Adadal regains his composure. You see that he regains the glow on his feather cloak. Adadal, how, by the way, looks like he's always shirtless. He's looking buffer right now. He's looking like stronger than when you met him, and more determined even. His sword is different too. He no longer is using or wearing the winged sword that he had. He now has this sword that seems to give off this like strange blue glow, and that often like zaps a little bit. And he says, well, they seem to have this ability of traveling anywhere really fast. I do not know if this is your friend's ability or if this is someone else's, but it is quite frustrating, as I have been on their tail for long and I cannot seem to get to them.
Yeah, it's a Yordle thing.
No, I think it's the Black Rose, because in the throne in Pueblo, she did the same thing.
It's both of them.
So,
Well,
from what we remember, Corner needs to open a portal for others to pass.
your friend is not the same, by the way. This is not the first village that was burnt. In fact, the last place that was burnt was not a village. It was a city.
Which city?
Pubo has been burned to the ground. A crater left at its center.
Everything is gone?
Well, the structures still stand. It was stone. There are no survivors once again.
Irelia? She's there?
I do not know where Irelia is. Neither I care at this point. I have but one goal. I wish to cut the head off of Vongoth.
You're not the only one, my friend.
Well, but
You
we
are
know
not the only one.
we know that I am the fastest, so I will get there first.
Don't you dare to come alone, though.
Perhaps I will save an arm or two for you, Said.
You should.
If,
No.
well, a man has to shoot his shot. Thorbjorn, you remember the saying I had given you that I could not figure out?
The mountain one?
It took me to this, and he lifts off the blade that he had.
Oh.
It is called the Storm Razor,
Oh.
and it's set at the highest peak here in Ionia in the main island. There was this giant bird there, but he liked me because I am half bird.
So you just made friends with Anivia. Like that.
I managed to get the sword from him. It's a wise sage of a bird. Taught me some things, and it was that same bird that revealed to me that my master Yasuo was probably dead. Anyway, from what you had told me, you were now headed towards Shen.
Yes.
Yeah. As fast as possible, as he said.
I would like to perhaps rest your minds a little bit. Whatever trouble affects the southern islands of the archipelago, deal with it without thinking of the trouble that happens here. As long as I am standing, the Noxians will not breach through anywhere. Not the walls of Ionia City, not the walls of any city. I have now gained power that, well, it does not allow me to face an army, but perhaps 5 at the time. Who knows?
5 arms?
No, 5 people.
Damn!
I can't exactly end the war. Okay, I am not really that strong, but I am very fast. But I will do everything in my power to protect this place, while you deal with whatever is more important under there.
If you can keep an eye on Aurelia's stuff, because I don't like what she's doing right now.
A question, DM. Do
Yeah.
we know that we missed the book?
The book in Pubo?
I know it was there.
Yeah, you guys know there was a book there, that Sade left a book there. Like, she was looking for something, picked up, and left something there.
Do we know the importance of the book?
No.
Okay.
No idea.
I sent some magic and I was like, nah.
Okay.
He goes and answers to you, Raito. Whatever business Irelia is on, I just hope it is not for the ill of Ionia. Because if it is, and if I find her, I will cut her head off on the spot.
I tense a little bit.
Counting on you for that.
Well, was there anyone else dead that you have found?
I just grab more into the bag.
A friend of ours, Ari.
Whatever fate befalls us, BDC, we are together in this. This world needs heroes. We must stay as such, or else these forces of evil will continue winning. And I will not allow that. Torbjorn, I sense you are a different person, however still slow. I promise you that when all of this is over, I will let you win a race so that you know the taste of victory once. Until then, I am sad to stay away from you, my brother.
All is fine. From the way things have been, we'll probably meet each other again soon.
May it be in the battle, my friend, against that filth, Vongoth.
That fucking pussycat is gonna be my doormat soon.
Oh, I am going to be eating a cat for dinner that day. No offense to you, Sade. I know he is Vastaya as well, but that is an horrible Vastaya. You are very beautiful. Kind of hot right now. Don't know what happened to you. Look very hot.
I just take one step back.
Hey, you are hot too, my friend. Do not be afraid.
No one answered though. You better not be fighting him alone. He was your master, and you also had your other master. But I lost his sister. You better not be fighting alone.
Well said. As much as I appreciate your confidence in me that I would be able to take him on alone.
No, I just feel like you would engage him if you met him. So you better wait for
you are
us.
calling me dumb and not strong.
I'm calling the revenge of.
Love stings, my friend Torbjorn. Love stings indeed. Well.
Revenge speaks higher. So I'm calling you out now.
I will be patient, do not worry. I will only fight him once I know that I can. Otherwise, I will run the other way. I'm pretty sure I'm faster than him, even with all of his jumpy shit. Righto.
Yeah.
A word to you. You have taken a role of protector of this group. I want you to know that I thank you for protecting a man I admire so much. And, you know.
What?
You are a very, very good lantern, my friend.
Brightos marks a bit like, sure.
He laughs and he places his hand on your shoulder and...
I might ask you something.
What is it?
Please, try to know anything about karma. I'm really worried.
The karma showed up, I believe, a few days ago. Perhaps this morning. It was communicated to me by the person I was working with that the karma showed up at the council building.
Weird.
As well as all of the other council members.
All of them?
Well, aside from Master Shen, he seems to be busy.
Okay.
The person I was working with is someone. It's from the archive. I am not supposed to share this information, so keep it quiet.
Yeah.
That person informed me that they had been there.
That doesn't seem to fit. What's happening?
Wait,
My friend,
Lieutenant?
I have said that quite a few times.
I tried to communicate with each of them and got no response, and right now they just appear. That's
Now that you
weird.
have mentioned that, the person I was working with from the archive,
Yeah.
that person also mentioned the same thing. They could not reach them. They knew the messages were being taken, but they would not answer them back. But then they showed up.
For what? Don't you know?
I do not know.
From your friend?
I do not know. See, I was already a bit. I was supposed to do something and I ended up doing other things, so he was not very happy with me. So I tried to not push things too hard. I am not supposed to be here, Brighto. At all.
It's okay. From a member
What-
of the council, I forgive you.
Oh, thank you, Master Brighto.
How is Adadal's face? How is his expression? I know he's trying to force this happy-go-lucky Adadal,
Yeah.
trying to reassure.
Roll an inside check.
What is his true
Colors shining from.
insight?
Okay, you should heal points for that one, Imna.
Thank you! I actually need one heal. Can I get it?
Sure, heal 3 points for that one.
I just need one, but thank you. Yay! Myself.
You can't seem to figure out if there's something wrong. You look at him, it looks like Adadal. He looks strong. He looks...
Yeah, I'm not trying to look at if he's strong or not.
No, strong like
Oh,
mentally.
Mentally.
He seems focused, determined. You don't like, can't find if he's hiding anything. It's hard to read. He's different though. You know that he's different. He's much more confident.
more confident.
Yeah.
More?
He already was confident.
Yeah, he's much more confident right now. He then again looks at you guys and, well, I believe it is time for me to go. You must go as well, I assume.
Yeah.
Very well.
If I get any kind of information that might suit you, I'll contact you.
Thank you. May I please take both of them?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Thank you, friends. And he grabs both and holds them very close to his body as well, kind of like you did. And he looks.
I just remembered. I don't
Yes.
know if you want. It's up to you, but I could talk to them. Maybe if you had any questions. Or maybe it's okay for you.
I wish
Just
to know
let them.
how.
Please.
I wish to know how my master died. And I wish to know if he died fighting. I wish to know if he knew of me and if he was proud.
Can only do it tomorrow though.
Well, fuck, I don't have time, gotta go.
Okay.
No,
That
but-
would interfere with their passage, so maybe
Oh, it is a form of necromancy.
it's not necromancy, it's magic.
I do know magic.
Yeah,
Well, perhaps it's for the
it's
best.
the good one. Don't worry. I don't have bad magic. That's
Bad
not
mojo.
the thing. Soraka, but
Sure.
Soraka isn't bad, right? And I look at Eclipse.
Well,
Right?
Well, perhaps it is time for me to go then, since you cannot do it today.
Sorry.
Well, I hope to see you in better circumstances, my friends. Goodbye and
Nice
good luck on your
meeting
journey.
you.
Before he goes, I want to bow.
Okay. He winks at you, and he looks at Eclipse and says, "It's my pleasure, my friend. Know you are in good hands. These are quite nice people that you have here. A family that you have found." And as he says that, you just see this gust of wind as he just sprints out of Welly. Torbjorn, you've raced him. That's probably triple the speed that he raced you with.
Motherfucker's already at 180 feet per move per round.
And as he moves away, you see the clouds move with him, and the rain subsides in Welly. And you're left there outside in one little shady corner as you were having this conversation.
What time of the day is it?
It is closing now into nighttime. In fact, it is almost dusk. And Brighto, you know what that means.
I think we should get going and just get a boat or something.
If you guys don't mind, I know we're on a tight schedule, but
Tight.
I need some time. Like,
That's what we don't have right now. I know you're feeling hurt and I'm not out of it.
I just stare at Darian, and the faster we go, the faster we can kill the bastard.
Can't give them time. We give them time going after an eggplant and these three are dead. And more are coming and we don't know who. We might be the next. I don't even understand why.
Oh, right.
Why are we still alive?
Fine. Let's go then.
I'll go alongside Torbjorn, try to listen to him and be like the comfort pal.
All right. As you guys are approaching like the port of Welly, a boat is already there, readied up. Seems the villagers knew your purpose there, and through their guilt, they're trying to perhaps repay you, in some kind for what happened. And as you're about to hit the boat, Raito, you're the one who notices it because you're already waiting for it. The sun hits the horizon, and instantly after that, you see Eclipse begin to sort of groan a little bit, and his face, the cracks on it begin to just shoot out silver, then shoot out gold. His hands begin to shoot out silver and gold too, as he's just in this convulsion of magic around him. Eclipse, you cannot control that. You're trying to hold it in, but it's painful, and you don't know exactly what's happening, but things are just shooting out of your hands, out of your eyes, and they're hitting the ground, and it's burned and singed, and then on the other side it sort of like freezes over slightly. You can't like, you try to cover your eyes and your face, but it shoots out from your back. It's a painful experience.
I'll ask Brado like a desperate help, like, because I can't control it. If he can do anything.
I have nothing with me right now.
You guys have witnessed this before, but Brighto sort of like covered it a little bit with his own shield and with his own body, trying to help him deal with the situation. But now that he's on, sort of like walking and sort of like waddling around, it is very noticeable the lack of control that he has during dusk. And a few seconds pass, a minute passes, 2 minutes pass, and the sun goes down. An eclipse falls on the ground.
I'll rush to him.
He was standing beside me, right?
Yeah, he was next to you guys.
Yeah, I don't let him fall to the ground.
All right, you hold him, and you see.
Look at this dude. When I fall down back, he doesn't grab me. Fuck off. What the hell is this? What kind of party is this? Look at this! This bitch. Now a new guy is here. Oh, let me catch him.
So
I stepped aside, by the way, as soon as it started. I just.
yeah. All right. So Eclipse falls on you, and Eclipse, you just black out completely. A few seconds pass, and from the cracks on his skin, the silver light begins to show. Eclipse, you are your night self. You just wake up, and Torbjorn's like holding you. Kind of weird.
Why are you touching me, dude? Get off me.
You were gonna fall.
So?
Alright, next time don't complain.
Oh, bitch is back.
Never left.
Good to know. And I keep walking to the boat.
All right, Brighto is just watching this in amusement because it's like the first time the shock is like so instant. But Torbjorn, you that were close to him, looking at his face, even his expression just changes. His whole person changed. It's something you've never like really seen before. Kind of weird. All right, you guys walk onto the boat. Eclipse, you remember everything that happened. Everything's fine. You just switched to your night self. And on the boat, the gentleman that readied it for you, he hands it off to you formally, gives you some direction, and
we're staring? Like there's no one else with us on the boat?
That's what I was gonna get to. As you get on the boat, the water around it begins to move and sway the boat, and it sort of gets it off port and aims it outside of Welly. As you guys remember, well, Torbjorn and Sade would know, but Brighto remembers very well.
The mist.
There's a mist that surrounds Welly, and does not allow anyone to come into Ionia through that port, as it is the only vulnerable port that Ionia had. And the boat begins to drift inside the mist It sort of begins surrounding you. It's this like dark blue mist. And then suddenly, at the tip of the boat, Sade, you see the figure of a woman. Sort of a blue glow on her. She's made of this blue spiritual energy. And she's just standing there and looking straight ahead into the mist. The others, this is sort of a medium-sized boat, medium-sized vessel. It's not like a huge ship. It's perhaps like about the same size as the one that you were in Ico. It has a bottom level where you guys will have your quarters to sleep under the deck. And it does not have a sail, however, and nor anywhere where you can grab onto to direct the boat. It's just lacking all of that. None of you see this woman. Only Sade sees her.
Is she reminding me of the Ionic Spirit, or it's different?
Very similar, yes.
Is she looking behind us, like to the port?
No, she's looking ahead.
Forward?
Yeah.
So I don't sense like it's a bad thing, right?
No.
Okay, I will try to move closer.
All right.
And try to worry you.
As you guys see Sade heading off a little bit from you, and as you get there, Sade, the woman sort of turns to you. She looks very deeply in your eyes. She resembles Haugyu fully, and she looks very, very deeply in your eyes, almost like she's staring through your soul. And
yeah.
She gives you a smile, and then she extends her hand and points with her finger forward, and you see the mist begins to part and part and part, and the waters sort of rise behind you and begin to give momentum to the boat. She then looks again at you, once again sort of staring through your soul, and her hand touches your stomach, and it's a very like warm touch. It has like this very like motherly feeling to it. And she then pulls away her hand and dives back into the water.
Sadie's pregnant.
Hey, baby Jesus! It's baby Jesus!
As she goes, I wanna ask, like, not very loud, it's just like a whisper kind of thing. Does this mean we can come back? Because supposedly it's hard to go back because
as you say that, sort of out of the water, you see her again, this time much bigger, almost like a giant woman, and she smiles at you again before diving back into the water. And now in the distance, lit by the moonlight, you can see the island of Barl. This journey will take a few hours, probably enough at this point for you guys to get some sleep.
A long race.
So you guys may get a long rest off of this.
Before that, I wanna reach out to Argath and say, that was for you, wasn't it?
There's no answer, but there is a feeling of affirmation in your brain.
Party, we are eating, right?
You guys, so
Yeah.
I was going to say, you guys can do whatever you want.
We can eat, yeah.
Because my exhaustion, it says I need to
Yeah.
eat and drink, so I was checking if I check that too.
You guys can do whatever you want to do in this hour of rest.
Torbjorn wants to meditate with having in mind trying to talk with children.
All right. Okay, so that's what you want to do. Brighto, anything you want to do in particular?
Would I know if lesser restoration restores exhaustion?
It would not restore
Doesn't, I
exhaustion.
think.
No, it would not. But is there anything that you wish to accomplish, like before going to bed? Just so I know, so I organize it in my head, the order.
Too much hair. Too much fucking hair. Do you want some on you?
Fuck you.
I would try to reach Kindred to know if she has any kind of information about the guy that
Got
I
it.
always forget the name.
Mongo?
Indra?
No, Indra, yeah.
Master Indra.
It's
All right.
Kindred and Hindra and
Your
Lindra.
mom. Okay.
Huh.
Eclipse, is there anything that, like, before going to sleep that you want to accomplish?
Just want to stare at the moon for like a couple of minutes and think about what has been happening.
Gotcha. Sade, anything else, like, other than eating that you want to accomplish under
Yes.
before you sleep?
I really need to tune down a bit, so I guess it's meditate.
Got it.
And just try to, find that reassurance that at least Ari is made it the passage, or
Gotcha. All right.
Terrible day.
So, let's deal with Torbjorn first. Torbjorn, roll wisdom check with advantage for me. Your monk meditation and the help of Master Kennen. Master Kennen's teachings. He's dead now, but it is what it is.
It lives in the new.
All right.
20.
So, as you focus down, is there any place around the boat where you want to do this, by the way?
At the mast. Is it
Okay.
mast?
Yeah,
What's
you can.
called?
There's no sail, but yes, you can climb up top easily enough for your monk self to climb up top and balance
It's
yourself
not a monk.
there.
A courtesy check.
All right, Torbjorn, I believe key points, cannot use them anymore. Not a monk. Can't use
And you
that dope
gain
monk shit.
rage.
All right. So as you are meditating and trying to reach Shojin, you find yourself in this place full of mist around you, this green, this jade mist, and from it you see the head of a dragon begin to climb out. This sort of serpentine dragon with jade scales and white fur and these like big golden horns, and it begins circling around you. It's this giant creature, impossibly big, and you feel Shojin's presence. And then he just rises up in the sky and kind of like stares at you, Shenron style, when the balls are collected. And you hear,
You have been trying to reach me for long now, Torbjorn. I am afraid that us, spirit gods, are not on demand, my friend. What troubles your mind?
Why me? Why did the spear recognize me as a wielder when I do not feel like a monk? Why does the teachings that I got are supposed to defend myself, my friends, those who I find, those who I see as family, but the enemies we face more times than not do not face me? How can I protect if I am ignored? How can I protect if I do not have the power to stop them? How can I be a monk when my thirst for revenge and for blood speak louder than the teachings that I got?
Those are a lot of questions. Not even a spell would get you that. Anyway, my friend Torbjorn, the spear did not choose you. You grabbed the spear. Spear is a mere tool. Your teachings in regards to that. Can you imagine how incredibly dull a man's existence would be if he would only listen to the teachings of one person, of one doctrine? Perhaps, Torbjorn, it's time to accept your nature instead of denying it. It does not make you less of a man to feel anger. However, it makes you more of a man to feel it and control it. Discipline is good. But in order to practice discipline, you must recognize where you are failing and where you need it. And you are a protector. You've protected your friends numerous times. You have died for them. But you must realize one thing, Torbjorn. You can never protect everyone. Not even I can. But it is the duty of someone who has the ability to protect, who at least always strive to still do so. You might not be able to protect your friends, but you will run to their side, and you will help them anytime that you can. That is what makes you a Shojin monk. That is what makes you Torbjorn. Do not think too much if you are failing, or if you are succeeding. That is merely a matter of perspective. One man's failure could be one man's success. In my eyes, you are not that much of a failure. Little bit, not that much of a failure. But if it is of any reassurance, I often avoid talking to those who follow my teaching. But you are a bit different. You are perhaps what the Order needed after it had been diluted into passive meditation. Ionia must bear its fangs one day, and I believe that you are one of them. Is there anything else, Torbjorn?
No, I don't think so.
Good.
Thank you.
Then, farewell. Stop being a bitch.
And he begins circling around you again and fades into the mist as you open your eyes, still atop the mast of the ship. Which I would like to say, you have a mast on your ass right now. It's an interesting sight. Next! So, Brighto.
Oh.
As you try to reach out to Kindred, where are you on the boat? Is there any place you want to take? Mast is taken.
No, I would be on the bed.
Okay. Like
Yeah,
before falling asleep,
before
just
Yeah.
thinking. Okay. You reach out to them and you keep focusing on them, but just no response. You look at the crystal and symbol still there, along with sort of a strange fusion of the kindred's mark, along with Soraka's sun and moon symbols that you had faced, but it is still there. But they don't seem to be answering you.
I
Uh-oh.
think he lost his sound because he's connected.
Oh boy. He lost sound. Alright. Look at his face. Yeah, you had a
Let's
problem with
reconnect it
the
again.
cable of the headphones. Yeah. It's fine.
Yeah,
Alright.
Disconnect and connect.
Again, moving on. Hello, sir? Hello? Okay, he's fixing it. Moving on. Eclipse. As you stare onto the moon, it is a beautiful moon. It's a full moon night. Silver. Find comfort in that sight. Find power in that sight. You feel strong. The more you look at it, the stronger you feel.
Do I actually feel like
Yeah,
I can be more powerful?
Yeah, you definitely feel like you're more powerful now than you are when the other fucking bitch takes over. Sun sucks, man. Moon's where it's at right now. All right. Sade!
I'm back, by the way.
Welcome back. I was just saying nothing happened. Even
Yeah,
though
I
you're...
know.
Okay. Sade,
Yes.
Sade.
Yeah, it's a very sad day.
As you are meditating and reaching into your inner self, you begin hearing voices in your head.
Ah, shit. They're telling me to kill people.
You close your eyes and you just hear
Fuck!
a face. Oops, sorry. A face sort of
I love it.
shows up in your mind. This sort of face that you've seen before. The face of a man with this red mask that changes into horns and climbs up his face. One eye blue and one eye red. The man that you had seen when you had defeated Ari. The face then vanishes. The voices continue. You were the one, not anymore. She's not ready. She's not the one. And another face appears. This one you recognize, Ari. It's like you're looking down on water, and on the other side of the water, you see Ari's face with her eyes closed. Get closer, closer, and suddenly her eyes open and her mouth opens, and you pull away from her, and her face vanishes. and you wake up sweating.
Trying this, I got here Iskalar. I'm not sure if I was supposed to get another word or not, but
There was Quino, Iphos, and Iskalar. Okay. So.
Thank you.
Hey, no problem. I got you anytime.
Gee.
You guys eventually fall back to sleep. You find resting sleep comfortable. Except one. Eclipse.
Yeah.
The music stopped. That was on purpose. You fall asleep. It takes you a while, but you eventually fall asleep. I would like to ask you if you're sleeping down at the decks with them, if you're staying up, away from everyone. What are you doing?
Would be away from everyone, just in case in the morning I would burst energy onto them.
Gotcha. You eventually fall asleep, and you don't notice the passing of time, but suddenly you open your eyes and you find yourself laying down on the ground, looking at the sky. The sun glows bright and sort of directly above you, and the sky is just a scorching red above. But it doesn't blind you. It feels warm and welcoming. From the left, then you see another sort of celestial body slowly moving towards the sun, beginning to cover it. And with that, you feel your body ache and pull in different directions, struggling to find its identity and struggling to find its purpose. The sun is then completely covered, but just the edges are out, and the pain increases even further. But the scorching red. Oh, oops, my bad. Second. But the scorching red then gives place to this other vision. You now see stars and dust. This sort of combination of, I don't know, dust and purples and reds and yellows that just fills the entire sky. And you can see stars glowing brightly and sort of planets moving strangely close to you. It's beautiful. It's incredible. Forming among the stars, you see many figures. One wears on its face what Brito wears on his chest. The strange symbol that has these like three holes that emit light, this sort of circle, and it wanders across your vision. There's a man forming from the stars in shining armor, with diamonds floating above each shoulder. A child that flies and toys amongst the stars, throws them, then shows up elsewhere and catches them herself. And finally, from that same stardust, a hand begins to form and begins to reach onto you as you're lying down on this like tough dirt ground. And it extends your way. As it is about to grab you, you turn almost unwillingly to your left, and the vision is completely different. Now, looking down, you see this endless darkness, a pit. You are standing at the edge of an abyss. Half of your body is towards it and the other half is on the ground. There's just endless darkness. And then these sort of strange purple lights begin flashing as this dark purple miasma emerges and begins finding its way into the world. This viscous begins to climb up into the chasm as tendrils slap and begin pulling something. You look down again, and where there was darkness, there's now one single purple iris, an eye that stares at you. You're then lifted from the ground by the hand that was made of stars, and your body begins to be pulled away, and then one of the tendrils grabs you from the air and begins tugging along with the hand, one grabbing you by one arm and the tendril from your leg, as you're almost pulled apart by these two entities. And the pain is terrifying. It's not only physical. Your head hurts, your whole being hurts, your soul hurts. And then you wake up. And as you wake up, next to you, you see a familiar figure of a woman that you only just met. You see Karob Cells sitting right next to you. And she kind of looks out, she's looking out into the water, into the horizon. And she says, "So, you've seen it. The infinite struggle for power that plagues this universe and makes puppets out of us. Both sides want to tempt you and control you. One offers the safety of fate, the other the release of nothingness. One step from one triggers an answer from the other, unless we take control of the balance. One such as you feels this war inside, no? Who are you really, Eclipse? Your sunny, friendly version? Or your moody, snappy night version? Or are you perhaps a mix of the two?" And as she asks you this question, you're not emitting any light. You don't feel compelled to say anything. You feel free to talk and answer however you like. You can be bitchy, you can be snappy, or you can be friendly. Nothing seems to be affecting the way you talk, act.
I'm actually not quite sure who I am right now. I guess I'm still learning every day. I still don't know why sometimes my magic just bursts out of me. And I don't know. No one's giving me any information of how to control it. It's just so painful sometimes.
Look, I have learned something in all that I've been through. People will try to tell you who you are, tell you that your actions are good, or that they should be good, or tell you that they're bad and you shouldn't do them. Who determines that, really? Shouldn't we walk in the middle?
so that we're not touched or influenced by these entities. There's balance to be had, even for you. But just as you struggle to find your identity, Eclipse, so does the universe around you. And until the foreseen and the unforeseen meet, until chaos and order collide, and our existence faces its greatest test, this struggle will still happen. You are one who lives that every day. Every single day of your life, you were never really in control. Your father, your mother, they controlled you. Then Soraka controlled you. And now you're here, amongst a friend. Still, you don't know what. Whoever stopped for a minute to think what you really should do? Because I have. And our time is running short. Very short, Eclipse. I will tell you this. The day that you find balance, the same day that our world will find it too. And with this, her form just vanishes with the wind, leaving you there, awaiting to go to sleep again.
What a weird trip, man. Let's go to sleep.
Right. So, fantastic, huh? Morning comes to. The sun is high up in the sky. You shoot off magic everywhere, but there's no one there to see that eclipse. And you are back to your sunny self, friendly, warming, and you look at the sun and you think, that's it. That's what I want to be. It's that sun that glows brightly. The moon is I don't like it. You guys down at the deck wake up. Eclipse is not there, but you knew that he was his bitchy night self, so he was probably up somewhere. And as you sort of get out of the boat, you are coasting very close to the island of Barl, and the boat sort of begins to drift close, almost like unnaturally to the side, like in video games where like the wind is pushing forward, but you can just put the sticker to the side and the boat starts moving sideways.
Yes.
It's like that, and it just sits there waiting for you guys to leave. What do you do?
Let's go.
You guys are leaving the boat? All right. The boat explodes and you all die.
Yeah.
Finally.
The sweet release of death. All right. As you guys get out of the boat, you are now in this sort of. It's a mix of like rocky terrain along with forest area. There's a lot of vegetation here. It seems like more wild than what you're used to back in the main islands. But it's going to take maybe some time for you guys to find your way to Wuju Village, even with the map. So I would like whoever is taking point in searching to roll survival. Yes, Brido.
As I see that we'll be struggling, I'll try to cast astral projection.
Okay.
And try to go up as much as I can, just to get a
view,
a generally view of everything, and if I can pinpoint the direction that we should go.
That is great. So as you sort of Brighto's body goes limp and is going to like sort of fall a little bit to the side. on the ground? Is there anyone like holding him? Anyone doing anything?
I was on the ground though.
Yeah, he was on the ground. Like it's just like the body just goes a little bit to the side. Is there anyone like comforting the body, like holding it? No. Okay, just making sure.
Want to cuddle with me?
I go inside my backpack and I pull out the torch. No, I'm joking.
Oh my god!
Do it. Do it.
We're back
Try
to
it.
episode 3.
Torbjorn
try.
has a strong compulsion, but he doesn't do that.
Okay. All right, and you hear it in your head. Oh, you should have fucking done it, Torbjorn. You should have fucking done it.
Shut up, you pussy.
Yeah, fuck you and your mom.
Shut up. Go back into hiding.
All right. So as you go up in the sky and you see again the stars perfectly fine, you see the connections of all the constellations that can connect down to Earth or to Runeterra to show the prophecies. You then look around and down at the island, and there is a very, very clear burst of sort of spiritual energy in a spot slightly east, like east northeast of where you are right now.
Yeah.
You still will need to like sort of figure out the way through the jungle, but it is sort of in the a mountain region, and it is pretty noticeable to you. So as you come down and communicate this to your friends, whoever is guiding the party, I would like that person to make a survival check with advantage.
I wanted to look for any kind of magic outside of that point, either close to us or
in order to sort of look at that, you would have like be closer to the region. As you're coming down around you, there's nothing.
Okay.
But that one spot is like super bright to you right now.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so who's leading?
Not me.
I mean, if I don't know where it is.
Okay, survival check with the help of Brighto pointing out the direction and the map. You can make a survival check with advantage to see if you find the place.
I have a +6 and I rolled terribly. Jeez.
All right, that's good enough. One thing: are you guys moving like more slowly, sneakily, or are you just running?
How far would it be?
It would be from your from what you gauge. It would be probably like 2-3 hours before you guys could fully make it there.
Shouldn't we be rushing though, kind of thing?
Yeah, not running probably, but going.
Okay, going at a good pace.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, not trying to be sneaky. We weren't trying to be sneaky. We're moving at a good pace.
All right.
Yeah.
Deal.
I want to just ask something. First of all, do I have any knowledge if the bag of holdings has like time effects, or if it denies it?
You have no knowledge of that. No.
Then I want to ask Brighto as we are walking if he has some spell or something to help without with body decomposition, because I still have the head. And
you still have the Ari's head. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to bury it in the island, so
I can just make it faster though.
Oh yeah, you can decompose it faster, but the opposite is hard.
Yeah.
It is. Then DM, can I get an idea till when it's not a problem and when I need to?
You can. It's easy enough. It would probably be a problem now. And in fact, you are in a great place. This island of Barl has a village where you were close by before. You know that right now, judging from the map, you are probably close to Noxian territory. And you have been around the village of Tavasa, which is here in Barl, with Ari. And you two stopped multiple Noxian incursions on that village, just the two of you by yourselves. So this place is relatively familiar to you. This zone, not quite so much. Like around Tavasa is where you know more. But right now you know that you might be in Noxian territory. But this island does have special meaning for both you and Ari, because this is where you both were, so you can bury her here. So.
Is it close at village?
The village? It is farther away and like down from where Wuju Village is. Where Shen would be. You can it can probably hold up until then, until you make it.
Okay.
You can probably keep the head. Probably keep Ari's head.
Okay, and go. Is it then? It's okay to go to Shen first. That's.
I would say it is if you don't take too long there. Like the head is decomposing, but it smells, but it's not like it doesn't have larvae coming out because it's in a bag.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That was it.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So.
Does the bag of holding doesn't change that? No, it's.
I believe it doesn't stop the passage of time, though.
Okay.
That's why I asked.
I believe it doesn't. It is a sort of a pocket dimension, but I believe it doesn't stop decomposition. Like what happens is it's pretty much in a sort of a vacuum environment.
Yeah.
So like the natural the like there wouldn't be bugs to feed on the face, right? But the decomposition of the face,
anyway.
it would still be decomposing. All right. So.
By the way, I was going to say. Born, please mark, because you have the bag of holding, so you are keeping the money. So 2.5k.
Let me.
2,500. All right.
Yeah.
So as you guys are moving through the forest, you travel for a few, probably like an hour and a half, until you reach a place. I would like to say that since you're like the one leading this, I would like you to roll a perception check for me.
Normal?
Yeah, normal roll perception check. All right. You notice still a fair distance away from you, probably right now at 100 feet from you, as you're coming out of like the vegetation into sort of this area that has a small road. What probably is a Noxian patrol.
I'll let them know.
All right.
Should we stealth?
How many?
At this moment,
I see.
you see. Give me a second, please. At this moment, you see. Wait, let me find the fucking. Here we go. You see 5.
Well,
Let's go away. Let's try to round them up.
Stealthily?
let's try round them up.
Wait, you want to fight?
Like
around.
go around.
We want to go around.
them.
Oh,
You just
yeah.
picked the wrong.
Okay,
Yeah, sorry.
All right, so you're going to try to sneak past them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, please, I would like you to roll stealth, all of you.
Natural 1.
Natural one. Fight.
Oh, shit.
Fuck.
Say it
Fight.
Natural 20.
I assassinate, no problem. Yeah.
Ooh, 2 natural 20s. Holy fucking shit.
That compensates the other, so we
Yeah.
very sneaky.
Second.
Well, you know Torbjorn has Corno's big sword on the bag of holding.
I have no problem
That
fighting
doesn't
Noxians at this
change
point.
things.
I really just want to take. Okay. I'm fine with
It
that.
seems that we're fighting, boys.
I'm fine with that.
So as you guys are moving sort of like around the vegetation, and the patrol is like moving along the road, you guys look at Sade, and suddenly she vanishes amongst the vegetation. You didn't see Eclipse. You begin like you've never seen Eclipse like this. Eclipse is just like walking from shadow to shadow, like very awkwardly walking from like shadow to shadow. And as you two just lose track of them, Torbjorn like he's walking and he's looking like at the bag of holding, not paying attention, and suddenly you hear and and like the blade of the sword of Katsuki, the giant stone sword, falls on the ground. And he quickly tries to cover it up, but the patrol looks back in his direction and is going to begin to check this. You guys still have a round of surprise on them, but then after that, we're gonna roll initiative as we're about to go into battle with a Noxian patrol. Give me a second. Cue in the battle music.
No talking?
No, it's Noxian.
This is full Noxian territory.
We killing the bitches.
All right.
Initiative?
So let me give you the map. You can roll initiative, but before that, you still have a round of surprise.
Yeah, but for the round of surprise, that was more than
Oh, that you can just tell me what you want to do.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
all
go,
at the same time, so.
And it all happens at the same time. Okay, so there you go. Sade, can you see?
Yes, I can. Yeah, I can do. Oh my god,
There you
this
go.
is
Said
so
they
much.
were 5.
She saw 5 because she rolled 14.
I rolled low, boy. You should have known, but I only missed one, so.
All right, so now I would like you guys to position your characters where you would be, which would be like in the forest. Sade is completely hidden. Eclipse is completely hidden.
Look at that guy.
You two are not hidden at all. All right, so let me put this on the map. There you go. Okay.
This is a very cool map.
Let me fix the volume real quick. All right. All right. So surprise round. Let's deal with that already. You guys, they're still approaching. There are 2 guards that are approaching the forest where Torbjorn is. So they would be around here. As the other ones sort of take position in order to keep formation.
Little shit.
So you guys still have a round of surprise. Even Brighto and Torbjorn still have it. So let's go order. Brighto, what are you doing?
I'm casting Bless.
Casting Bless. Go right ahead. If you can link the spell so that anyone new in chat can figure out what it is.
Yep. So I'll get. Yeah, I'll get. Yeah, you 3 get it.
All right,
So Sade, Eclipse, and Torbjorn get.
All right, Sade, Eclipse, and Torbjorn, you get.
So it's D4 damage?
Yeah,
no, it's not to damage. It's to roll attack.
Yes, exactly. You can add the D4 to roll to your hit and to your saving throws. All right, so you cast Bless. That is what you do for your surprise round. Let's go, Torbjorn. What do you do for your surprise round?
Well, I'm trying. Is Corno's weapon inside the bag already?
Yeah, you pulled the bag inside. You kind of like try to cover it.
Did they see me?
They're walking towards you. They heard you and they're walking towards you.
Yeah, but did they see me?
You don't know.
Supposedly.
Okay. Can I get on top of a branch? On the tree?
Sure, you can. Yeah, it can be your movement. It's easy enough for your monk self.
So I want to do that. And I want to try it as stealth.
All right, you're gonna try to take action hide on this surprise round that you have. So roll another stealth check for me as you climb up top the tree really quickly.
Stealth.
All right, you believe you're hidden.
Stealing my lines.
Is that so? That's what you're gonna do. No bonus action, no nothing. So next up, Eclipse. What are you going to do?
I'm casting Mage Armor on myself.
All right, you cast Mage Armor. You Sade can still see him because you're super stealthy, but he was stealthy, but you're stealthier. You can see him sort of. You can see this glowing light begin to form around his chest, and creating this magical sun armor around him. All right, and now surprise round. Sade, what do you wish to do?
Is this like a normal round? I can do whatever I want?
You can do whatever you want, yeah. They can't answer. Then we go into initiative.
I wanna assassinate the red one with shadow shot, and we can throw in barrel explosion.
Okay, head explosion.
With
Let's
the
go.
D4, right?
Yeah, you roll with advantage, then you add the D4, even if you. Then after that, I'm gonna just look for something fast. The wrong thing. Okay, give me just 1 second. All right, there you go.
So that's 22.
Oh, yeah, that's 16.
And I take 4.
So 19 plus.
Yeah. So it's 22 less 4, so it's 18.
You just hit. So
Assassinate.
Assassinate, which means it's gonna be a crit.
And then
That was
explosion
head
damage.
explosion damage. Yeah. So 5 times 7. And 5 plus 7. Fuck. 5 times 7 would be a lot of fucking damage. Holy fucking shit, dude.
That was a great roll in damage, boy.
All right. So it's 24. Holy fuck.
Did I just kill him?
No. You guys see.
How much did I dealt? Sorry.
40. You
And
see,
he's not.
you see from coming from the vegetation this beam of radiant damage. Actually, roll an extra d6 because we haven't been doing that. Your shots deal an extra d6 because of spirit string.
Because of what? Oh.
One extra d6 radiant damage. All right.
Oh.
You see this beam of radiant light impact sort of close to the face of the red Noxian patrol guard, who's like in the heavy armor with a giant shield, and it just impacts on his face and singes it completely. They're here, there, and he begins pointing to where Sade is.
He can't react. You told me that.
Yeah, now it's initiative. Now we roll initiative.
I still wanna stealth though.
You can bonus action hide again, yeah.
Yeah.
But he knows where you fired.
Rolled it, by the way.
Yeah, 14 for you, right?
It was a 14, yeah.
Okay.
You bugged it.
All right.
I have a 14 on my screen. What? Okay.
No, it's the one from Scorpion.
All right, so there we go.
Oh, okay.
So that is going to be TB.
TB.
That's going to be TB. That is going to be after TB. Sade.
Me.
Then Eclipse.
Yeah, roll.
No. Yeah. Brighto. Then Sade. Then Eclipse.
Shit, you rolled stealth, not
Oh, sorry.
initiative.
Yeah.
I'm counting it as an 11 because it's +8 for initiative, right?
Yeah, it is.
So I'm counting it as 11.
Then I'm the last one.
But didn't you want a bonus action hide?
Yeah, that was the height. Yeah.
Oh, okay, then you
Sir,
send it to roll initiative.
sir. Yeah, thank you.
There you go,
Thank
there you
you,
go.
Carmen. Good job.
They know she rolls a 1.
No,
Okay. So that's
Yeah.
Sade first. Sade goes first, then TB, then Brighto, then Eclipse, and then them. All right, so top of the round, you just fired a shot. What are you gonna do?
I had hide. Am I hidden?
Yeah.
With that 12?
They are looking right at you,
So I'm
right
not.
at where you're from. Yeah, you're probably
Can
not.
she still assassinate? Or not?
Yeah, no, I can.
If
still
she
at
was
the
if she was in fact like hidden, she
No,
would.
assassinate is the first round before they attack.
Yeah, but
not
you
about
already
being
but you
hidden.
already did the double damage, right?
Oh, it's only one per encounter.
But it's one person.
Yeah,
Is
I
it-
know.
I can assassinate the others. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
All
is
right,
it
sure.
one per encounter? Is it?
No,
sorry,
it's
is it
per
one per
person
encounter or
round.
per
For
person?
this encounter, I can count it as she can do it again.
I always thought it was per person though.
No, it's
Before
fine. It's fine.
they attack the first time.
Yeah, you can do it. You can do it.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Assassinate the pink one.
The pink one. All right, gotcha.
Yes.
Go ahead, roll for an attack, not with advantage though.
Yes.
They are like
Straight
looking
to
there and
roll.
expecting something.
Mhm. I want to throw in a paralyzing strike.
Right, gotcha.
And a d4, right?
Yes, and you add a d4 to your roll after you rolled.
Please roll. Oh, that's a 22 again. And
All
plus, okay, plus 3 or 4?
D4.
Add a
No,
d4.
no, yeah.
Roll a d4 to add, and then you remove the paralyzing strike.
Yeah.
It's gonna hit. By the way,
You gonna? Okay.
it's going to hit. That is.
And the paralyzing was less 3 though. So that's a 17. And dexterity, constitution saving throw.
Yeah. That is. I don't even want to look. I rolled kind of low. Let me see.
Needs to be 14.
That is 13.
It doesn't.
All right.
It's paralyzed.
You see Sade pull down the bow again and
Oh, I need to do the damage.
add a d6. Yeah.
1d6.
You have a shortcut on the left. For the, you have a shortcut on the left for the rolls. You don't have to write it. It's easier.
Yeah, there's the toolbar.
Sometimes it bugs a bit, so I'm.
It's fine. You can do it whatever the way you like.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. I'm just saying. Just
You
so.
see another beam of purple light.
I don't know how to do it here.
It just flings in towards the archer that is at the back, and hits her like straight on her chest, and you see her gasp for breath. She seems incredibly hurt with like a hole in her chest, and she cannot move. She's 1 HP.
Ah, fuck. Not
All right.
paralyzed.
And she's paralyzed.
Stealth.
All right, you might have to move to a different place
Yeah.
as you hide, because they were still looking there. All right, you move wherever you want. There you go.
Something.
All right, Torbjorn.
I wanted to do something, but since Sade already attacked and took their
It's
took
an
their
action.
attention. Yeah, no. Like I wanted to open the bag of holding on top of them and just let the sword fall on their head. But well, that's gone.
We can put it back if you do that though, because we're only...
We can. We're 4. I think.
I'm not very strong.
You're gonna have to go call Shen. And
Yeah,
he's like, fuck,
Shen!
man, really? And he's gonna.
So I'm gonna come here.
All right, you jump out of the tree. You can make an attack
that
as you're
one,
coming
please,
down if you want.
Yeah.
Plunging attack, fucking advantage, dude.
Again! Kill that one! Are you kidding me? It took over almost 50
Holy
damage and it didn't die. Good job.
All right, you see Torbjorn jumps out of the oh my god, everything almost fell on top of me. Torbjorn just jumps out of the vegetation and comes down with the spear. He blocks it with the shield, but the spear cracks the shield and pierces through. He looks very, very hurt. Even with all this
60
armor,
HP.
you can see blood coming out of where Sade's shot like hit him in the face. It's just bleeding, and the helmet is completely torn off. And now from where you've hit, he has blood all over the chest and the hand. What do you do?
Another bonk. Natural 20.
Damn, boy!
22 damage.
And then you pull back as you fall on top of him and strike him, you then jump again, spin the glaive and just stab it right through him like a kebab and completely pierce him through as your spear just comes down through his balls from his mouth, and you pull it back. That guy dead. All right.
So, hi.
That's answering its style, boy.
16.
Okay, that's the blue guy.
Yeah, blue guy.
As you punch it, he blocks it with the shield. You cannot find purchase into him. He just blocks it.
I'm being told that it's to extra damage because bracelet.
Oh, I forgot the 1d4.
Oh
Shit.
yeah.
And the one
You can still add that. This next strike, as you try to left hook, he blocks it with the shield again. You can still add the d4 from the bracelet. Yes.
Damn,
No,
boy.
it's
No,
not
1d4
that.
from Bridal.
From Bless.
Oh,
So it's
oh.
a 20.
Yeah.
20
You
hits.
got it.
The first one hits him as he blocks it with the shield. You push it through and it bonks him in the face. Kind of like
And
when
the second is 16, that fails.
yeah, it still misses. It was kind of like when like you do it to like your younger cousin or brother, like you ask them to hold their hand in front of their face and then you just make them hit themselves. That was kind of what happened there.
And then I'm gonna use the Spirit of Shojin.
You still don't you still have
attack.
oh no you don't yeah okay
But it still has the damage from the natural 20.
yeah the natural 20 damage you still have to roll it, the 1d4 from
But
the
that was
bracelet.
on the dead guy.
Yeah, he's dead.
Can't
You
you bite
can
on
target
the
another one if you want.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
makes sense.
Just need to come up with the insults. All right, D4, add the D4. Yeah, it's gonna hit. Yeah, that hits.
19 for 9.
You
And I
swing
wanna-
the blade around and hit him on the other
Stun.
side.
I want to stun.
Hard.
Stunning strike. Okay. Give me just 1 second. Stunning strike. That is 10, so I believe it's going to fail.
Yes, he's stunned.
All right, this guy is stunned AF. Let's mark him there. So it means you guys have advantage on attack rolls against him and he can't move, do anything. You can roll the d4 to deal the brain damage to him. 3.
brain
What's the
damage.
insult?
The bracelet should come up with it.
No, you're gonna come up with it.
I'm gonna tell him. I don't know, dude. I didn't think of anything.
Just do it, dude.
Your mom was probably into Ionian dudes.
That's cool.
You hear in your head, for fuck's sake, Torbjorn. Just tell him anime is trash or something. Holy shit. All right.
Wait.
anything else?
I still can do Flurry of Blows again.
Yeah, there's another flurry of blows available to you.
Yes, and now this is with advantage because they are stunned.
Correct. First one.
Nice.
That's gonna hit.
That one before.
All right, you whack him in the face as you put the glaive down. That's gonna hit, and you
Nice.
just elbow him again in the face, like to the other
Like
side.
that.
All on the floor, smack that. Give me some more, smack that. Okay.
And that's I can't do anything else.
All right, that's your turn then.
Anything else?
After Torbjorn, Brighto.
Yay!
What do you want to do?
I think I did 8 attacks this time.
Yeah, fine.
Just bam, 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 brain damage.
And that insult.
Your mom like Ionian guy.
I think that's a very smart one.
Oh, okay, I don't have it prepared. Okay, I'll pick out,
Yeah?
and I'm gonna cast
Bridal like.
Guiding Bolt at the green.
At the green one. All right.
At
Go
the
ahead
green
and
one.
Is the green
roll.
one using
No.
an axe? Is
The
that
green,
an axe?
the green one has an axe and does not seem to be wearing a shield or anything.
Nice.
Yeah, that's going to hit. You see Brighto come out, and as he comes out of the vegetation, his eyes glow with this sort of purple energy that then turns into dark blue and white. And as he gathers energy on his staff, he whacks it on the floor, and you see this burst of energy fling through his staff, the same coloring, but with those trails of shadows, and bursts on to the green guy for a fuck ton of damage.
Yep.
That's a 14.
All right, and then
the guy
he,
is glowing.
you see him glowing now with these like stars and constellations forming on him. Next attack on him has advantage.
Yeah.
All
Any
right.
type of attack, any type of damage?
Correct.
Damn.
All right. Anything else?
Yeah. No, that's all.
Alrighty. Next up, Eclipse. It is your turn.
Damn. Damn, they rolled low.
I want to cast Solar Fall.
You wanna cast the solar flare on them?
Solar Flare, yeah.
All right,
on those 4.
Those 4. These ones here. Wait, I'm gonna ping them.
Yeah, the green, the...
Like all of
Please
this.
kill the pink one.
Yeah.
You can hit
all
them
those
all?
4.
You can.
Yeah, it's like a
Broken
radius.
tree yet?
All right.
Please kill the pink one.
So that's a dexterity saving throw for all of them, right?
Yeah, 14. But if I roll like the Brightos Blessing, I can add.
No. You don't add anything else
Okay.
here.
Yeah.
Only the damage, and they'll take half if.
Oh, by
if,
the way, the purple, the
Pink one
pink
is
one
1
is
HP.
out of hell, right?
Yeah, the pink one is 1 HP and paralyzed, so it's
And
gonna
paralyzed.
fail. It fails the save automatically.
You're welcome.
But let me see the others.
What does the spell do? Nice.
Okay, that one is going to succeed with an 18, so he takes half damage.
The max roll there.
One takes, gonna take full damage. Wow.
Oh, it's
okay.
still damage?
So
Is
it's
that-
damage and a stun, I believe.
Oh.
So
Broken.
this
Oh,
guy
shit, okay.
fails.
Broken.
This guy succeeds, and these 2 are going to fail, both of them.
Nice.
Which means that
All
you'll
of them
allow me-
are stunned except the green one.
if you allow me, well, one of them is gonna fucking
Nah.
die.
Nah.
Give me just a second, please. Making some calculations here. Yeah,
How
until
long
the end of
will
the
it
next
take?
turn. Until the end of the next turn is when they're stunned. Okay. So
Yeah. They also take like 1d4 because I applied the mark of the sun.
exactly. Next time you guys hit them, deals 1d4 extra damage. So you see like this light begin glowing from the forest, and just a beam shoots out, like, and as it shoots out, it then comes down in the middle of them and focuses there and begins burning. The pink archer here gets completely burnt out and just fades out of existence, ashes on the ground. The other ones all take a fuck ton of damage and are stunned. Let me get the stun icon
The
here.
green one wasn't stunned, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the green one
Well,
wasn't. You're right. You're
He
right.
saved. He saved.
It's half stunned.
He takes half damage, yeah. All right, so let me do the damage calculations now. So purple stunned and kind of low.
The archers.
Okay, and that is going to be it. They now like have this glowing mark of the sun on them, and are yeah, they're ridiculously low. Okay, well the archer is ridiculously low. All right, anything else you want to accomplish? You want to move anywhere?
No, just
One
perfectly
thing
okay.
you can, since you're new, you're a sorcerer, you can do meta magic and do another spell.
Yeah, with a bonus action if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think I'll just.
You'll just hold
end
and
the
save the
turn
spell
here,
slots.
yeah.
All right, there you go. Now it's their turn. This
They can
guy
do
is just gonna fucking run here and he's gonna fucking try to whack Thorbjorn.
What's up?
6.
I
The
believe
6
it
hit.
failed. I believe it failed.
Yeah, that's what he's got. He just goes there, tries to hit you, just dodge out of the way, and he's just like, oh, come on! And it's looking like around him, and everyone is just like woozy and stunned. Well, top of the round, Sade, it's your turn. Well,
I have a
that encounter just
question.
fucking died now.
Can I? Orange didn't have a turn. Is assassinate still proccable on him?
I would say, not, because he,
Okay.
you know, he's already in combat.
Yeah,
so at
the
this,
run. Yeah.
At this
because
point,
he
it's
did
just
have
it's
it.
been too much. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna shadow shard it. Was I hiding?
You have
Shadow
advantage
short.
on.
Shadow shadowing.
You can get advantage on every single one of them.
Yeah,
by the way.
all of them you have advantage except the green one. They
No,
know
and she
that
can
there's
go-
archers there.
And she can go here and.
No, the green one, she has advantage too because of guiding.
Oh
bolt.
yeah, guiding bolt was on the green one.
Oh,
Yeah.
true. You have advantage on every single one of them.
Yeah,
So-
no, I'm going for the orange one.
Okay, sneak attack is going to proc as
Yeah.
well. Go ahead.
And I wanna throw in an explosion. Why not?
All right, let's go. Roll with advantage. Yeah, this one's wearing a shield. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
I already said I was going, so.
Yeah. And add the D4. Well, fuck you, Onion. Add the D4. Just
Doesn't
add the
matter.
D4.
Doesn't matter, the shield boy.
All right. So yeah, sure.
That's a 22 hit.
Whatever, man.
It'll be fucking hell, dude.
Okay.
D6.
You see, you add a
Fine,
D6 for the string. You pull down the bow and
No, you add the D6
and the
D4.
precision strike. Yeah.
No, and the D4.
Dude, look.
My,
Stop confusing
it's
her.
the 1d6 that already was from Vital, and the 1d4 that was from the string. There you go. It's 12 and
Opposite,
5.
but yeah,
No,
it's
and
fine.
you have 1D4 from Eclipse.
And 1d4 from Eclipse.
Another? Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Damn, everyone
from
is
the
giving
raid.
buff. I love when you guys do that. That one.
Okay, fucking
No,
dick
it was
balls.
you, Eclipse.
Whatever, dude.
Gotcha.
So you shoot out the beam of purple light again, and poof, as it streaks across the battlefield and he hits the stun target, he kind of like wobbles, and you see now his shoulder is just singed, and the armor is like all twisted inside. And this glowing sort of golden light around him just begins spinning and spinning, and all gathers inside him, and you hear a slight like explosion inside, and it seems to have hurt him. All right.
I rolled a stealth,
All right.
and that's it. Then I moved.
Gotcha. Torbjorn, it's your turn.
Question: since the guy is stunned, the blue one, would I be able to remove his shield?
It would take an action to do so.
Yeah, still.
Sure, you probably could. He's gonna struggle still.
Isn't he
not as
stunned?
much. Yeah, but he's gonna struggle still, not as much. Like stun means he's like confused. He can barely talk, but he can still like hold on to his shit. You know.
Oh.
He might resist like
Maybe just bunk him.
in a weaker way, but
No,
he's still
I'll
going to
just-
resist.
Yeah, okay, I'll just bonk him then.
Bunk, bunk.
It's a straight roll because of the Shojin. Well, that's a natural one.
You go to hit the stun target and you get flashbacks from when you miss
Again.
an attack on a paralyzed one, and you just hit the ground.
Wait,
a little
you
rock
don't have
just flies
advantage?
away. No,
No,
because
because-
of the debuff.
Usually I should have disadvantage, but since
No.
they neutralize each other,
Yeah, and you just see a rock fling away into distance.
well,
Oh well, fuck you.
Nice.
Um,
I fixed it.
so
that's a 12.
yeah,
That's a great damage.
that's a 12. You then missing and hitting the rock, you kind of like fuck, and then you just whack him from the side, making sure you can't miss, and you hit the side of his body, and the spear pierces his ribs. Anything else? He's pretty low.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, let's just punch.
Torbjorn smash.
Fuck.
Wow.
I saw the 20, dude. I saw
Yeah.
the 20.
You try to you go and punch him, and you just end up like hitting your ear. You kind of like misjudge the calculation. You hit yourself in the back of the head.
Nice.
Well, but then you're like, fuck the right hand, goes for the left one and hits him straight in the face. He's standing still, very very low. This
boy,
is
it's too
humiliating.
Jesus.
Noxian soldiers.
They're tough. That misses as well. You try to go for the knee, you hit the armor, and your knee kind of hurts.
That's what I
And then your knee is like hurting so much that like you're just like walking around, grabbing your knee. You drop your spear, and as the spear like gets stuck on the ground, like the blade gets stuck on the ground, you hit your balls on the pole of the spear, and you just and you can't do anything else for the rest of the turn, unless you want to maybe move.
No, I'm fine here.
So Torbjorn's just holding his balls this turn. All right, Brighto, it's your turn.
Two natural ones.
This guy has a problem hitting unmoving
Stun.
targets. Like
Stun targets.
anything not moving, Torbjorn cannot hit. It's like when you're throwing skill shots in League and you expect them to move, but then they just stay still and you miss the skill shot.
I'm gonna go up here.
Ooh.
And I'm
Flanking
gonna
strategy?
Oh my god.
attack with a sacred flame at the orange one.
Okay, he's gonna fail it automatically.
Dex
So roll. He fails.
With the stun?
Yeah, he fails
has-
Dex.
okay.
Dex saves.
I thought it was only for the paralyzed, but sure.
Yeah, the creature automatically fails Strength and Dex saving throws.
Okay.
6 damage
6
as he
damage.
begins burning with this purple holy flame. You said the orange one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess there's a lot of people to keep track of. Yeah.
And I set fire to the
Yeah.
All as my bonus action. No, that's all.
All right.
Yeah.
That's Brido's turn. Eclipse, it is yours.
Doesn't it have like the extra damage? Like
Oh,
the
it adds the
1d4 from
1d4.
mark?
Roll a d4, yeah. Roll a d4.
1d4.
Roll a d4.
But the green one still,
1.
Okay.
Good damage.
the
Good.
green one still has the bonus damage from Brightos.
The advantage on
Not
the roll.
anymore. Not anymore.
But he doesn't anymore because it ended on him. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
On his turn. Okay. Anything
wanna
else?
cast-
Eclipse, yeah.
I want to cast the Zenith Spear
Alright, Zenith Spear on who?
on the... Which one is higher, the purple or the orange one?
Higher
orange.
HP.
Yeah.
Probably that you look at them and the toughest one probably is the orange one. He has like heavy armor and shield.
Then I'll aim at him.
Alright. But he's looking rough. He's looking rough at this point. Go ahead and attack.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's going to hit. Roll
Damn,
for the damage.
bro. Damn,
Oh, shit.
boy.
Bitch, what the
Plus
hell?
the 1d4, right? Or no?
Yeah,
Yep.
plus the 1d4.
It's for every single hit?
No, it's now he marks him again, but he blows up the mark that he had put on before.
So only
that
this
one
one has
I
the
blow
mark.
it.
Oh, okay. Then he adds a mark now. You don't roll d4 now. You don't roll d4 now.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But that one has a mark now. Then.
Okay.
All right. You see Eclipse sort of from still from the forest. You see this glowing golden light that shoots out through everyone and hits straight on that target. This sort of sunbeam or sun bolt that hits him straight in the chest. Yeah, he is now glowing again with that same sort of searing golden energy. At the end of Eclipse's turn, do you do anything else or not really? He's still standing, really
not
low
really.
though. All right. At the end of your turn, they are no longer stunned. Oh,
They're
whoops.
gonna go for backup, little shit.
They're no longer stunned. Okay. Gotcha. And now it is their turn. So, first, this bitch.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna run.
Yeah. This bitch.
Bye.
Is going to run towards there. While these dudes are going to move in on Torbjorn. So there's 3 people on you. 2 of them have advantage on their attacks. Here we go. Attack number 1. What the fuck, man?
Good job, natural one. Yeah.
No, it's not a natural one. Wait, let me see. It's a 14.
Fails.
All right, the one with the axe tries to hit you with it, and you just move out of the way, monk style. Next one with advantage. Oh, that is a 23 to hit.
It hits.
It got a hit in. Pog.
Wait. 23. No, it hits. It hits.
All right. Let me see. Do. Wait, what? Yes, this is correct. So you take 13 points of piercing damage as he shoves the spear inside your stomach. And now the next one attacks without advantage and rolls a fucking 5 for 10. So I believe that's not going to hit you.
Fails.
All right. They attempt to strike you while the other one runs. That's going to be the turn.
Okay.
Top of the round.
As they are attacking me, we all saw the one running away.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Not trying to hide, just running.
I quickly say to Said, go after him. We'll handle these.
Thanks, sir.
All right, Said, it's your turn. What do you do?
Am I stealthing? I rolled a 12. I want to attack the purple one. I'm just asking on how to. Can I roll with advantage?
The purple one?
It has its back turned on you, so you probably can.
I don't need to move, but I'm just moving for the. If I need to run away, wait, I was. I can let this. And I want to throw paralyzing.
All right, on the purple one. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll. It's like running. The archer's running, hurt in the back, kind of limpy.
Do I get to 1d4 still on
Not
Bridle?
only, no, just stop. You see Said runs forward, sliding on the floor with the bow, releases the beam, and the beam just pierces the archer as it falls on the ground, fucking dead.
I just to Torbjorn like done.
All right. Next up,
That is awesome.
anything you want to do?
There's something really important that we are missing.
I can stealth. What?
What?
Said has disadvantage on ability checks because of the exhaustion.
No, she slept.
She's no longer exhausted.
Already gone.
You sleeping just takes 1 level.
1.
If
Yeah.
she has 2 levels,
Oh, yeah, it was
I
only
had
she
two.
one.
still keeps
Yeah.
1. Yeah.
Yeah, she
I have
still
no
had
idea it
one.
works, but I did warn you
Well,
guys
it's
about
okay.
that.
It's fine. It's fine. We'll
Yeah, no,
balance
just
that
saying.
out. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Next time.
Oh yeah, I can't move. Never mind. But can I'll try to stealth there.
It's open ground, probably not
And-
useful.
We
Yeah,
all
it's okay, don't worry.
we all see Sage jumping and then just flatting on herself on the floor.
Yeah, Sage just
I
goes
love
on the ground and starts like blanking strangely.
I felt like a grass, and I'm like, that's it.
I still see the dead guy on top of me, like right above me.
Yeah.
Is there anyone beneath him?
Yeah, there's a guy there in his position. Yeah.
What?
There's a guy. Oh yeah. There's 3 guys surrounding me. One of
Yeah.
them.
One of them is in
one
the
of the
dead guy, and the other ones you can see.
So.
If you want, I can do this. Look.
Yeah. Thank you. So.
Oh, okay, got it.
Hi boys. How you doing? Let's start bonking. Which one seems the most hurt? Let's say.
Orange, maybe.
The blue one is barely fucking hanging on to life.
Oh,
Okay. Then I'm gonna turn to the green one. Hello, my good sir.
Bonk him.
Fucking hell. That's a fell bonk.
Yep.
it says hello.
That's another fell bonk.
You see Torbjorn just swinging his glaive as the guy just ducks under it.
And
That's a successful bonk on that one.
Yeah, go
And
back.
11, and I recover 1.
Then finally, as he's like trying to duck it, you just bring it down on him.
14 is asphalt. What?
On that one,
He
yeah.
has no shield. He has no shield.
Oh, on the green one. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were attacking the blue one. Sorry.
Okay. Next, anything else?
And I'm gonna use Strength of the Mountain.
All right. You pop. You see Torbjorn again. His muscles go rigid as rock takes over. All right. Brighto, your turn.
My turn. Tell me something. 5 foot radius.
Mm-hmm.
If I center it on Torbjorn, would it
Hit the others,
hit?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
all of
so I'll
them.
do that. I'm gonna cast Solstice.
All right.
This is a 5-foot radius, by the way, Rhino.
Okay, so
At
now
3rd level.
at 3rd level, all right, you see this rip right under you, Torbjorn. This rip in reality opens
Like shit.
as you see arms coming out of it. These starry arms that now have the strange white and dark blue shading grabbing onto those dudes' legs. So what saving throw is that?
It's a wisdom. You have to do it too, Torbjorn.
Oh, I have to do it too. I'm very well.
Green guy. Wisdom save for green guy is
Oh, it's a saving throw.
11.
Oh, never mind.
11 for green guy, so he fails. Orange guy 10, so he fails. Blue guy 3, so he fails.
Torbjorn recognizes this from Ophelia's and just stomps.
So that's
Fucking annoying.
3d6.
Damn.
Motherfucker.
Plus 1d4 on the
So
orange.
Great damage.
low.
Right,
That was
10. So
Which
blue.
one of those had
It's the
The-
orange one.
Orange
only
one.
the orange one? Plus 2 to the orange one then.
Okay, so yeah.
That's 10. Do I take half damage?
I don't think he takes any, right? Or does he
No,
just
he
take
takes
that?
full damage.
Takes full damage, yeah.
It just
Just
don't
does-
get
I dodge.
just-
I dodge.
No, but you're not. Yeah, you dodge,
Yeah,
but you take
you
full
still
damage.
have-
Range
you
is there-
still-
the
you
area.
still take the damage.
You're just not
Oh.
restrained.
Yep.
So as the hands begin to like grab them, they pull down the blue and orange guard into this strange dimension, and it just vanish and disappear. And they're now still holding the green guy. He's restrained, I believe, right now.
Yep.
Isn't it? All right. So
Yes,
being
it is.
restrained means that its creature becomes 0. Attack rolls against have advantage, and it has disadvantage on attack rolls and fails dexterity saving throws.
Yep. And as my bonus action, I'll just say, come on, finish it.
All right, Eclipse, it's your turn.
I'll cast the Zenith Spear on the,
Zenith Spear?
remaining one.
On the remaining one, you see Eclipse again from the vegetation. This sun energy begins to form around his hand, and he
Damn, boy.
shoots it out. Holy dick balls. So that's the green guy. Okay, it hits him, and he's glowing again with that sunlight. But he's still standing, looking pretty hurt though. It is his turn. He's Noxian. He's gonna fucking fight this to the death. He's gonna attack Torbjorn
Yeah, there
again.
wasn't?
And he rolled an 8.
You'll never know.
We can still stab him.
All right,
Shall we?
he fails his attack. Sade, it's your turn.
Shank.
I'm going.
Shank.
Do I roll normally? That's my
You can roll with
question.
advantage because you're flanking him.
No, you're exhausted. You can.
Yeah, that's
No,
what I'm
that's
like.
only ability
let's keep
I'm
it.
Oh,
gonna-
that's only abilities.
Ability checks,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's only
Let's keep it
ability
as it is
checks.
right now.
What is an ability? Mind slasher, advantage.
Go ahead and roll for it.
Does a 27 hit?
Yeah, that's gonna kill him. How do you want to do the killing? You just cut off the head?
Yes.
All right, Sade quickly dashes through, and with a Mind Slasher, she spins it on her hand, like around her
Balance
hand
the
through
universe.
with the bracers, and then just with a quick motion, the blade cuts clean through its head and falls on the ground. With all enemies dead, let us pull ourselves out of combat. Right. Your enemies lie now dead on the ground in front of you. Is there anything else that you guys want to do with these bodies? Anything you want to do before? It's just
Hide
a,
them.
Search and hide.
okay. Roll an investigation check for me, please, really fast. And then we're just gonna deal with a quick little moment, and then we'll close it out. Anyone who's searching can do that.
Yeah, Torbjorn too.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll be looking around to see if anyone
I
else is coming.
wanna look at the bodies and like take a really good look in case I need to, I don't know, cast an illusion of them to see.
Okay, good. That's good. It's good. Roll perception for me, Brighto.
This fight took what, 18 seconds? Was that it?
There was probably not
Be
very long.
fast.
You're looking around and you're smelling even. If you want to roll again, because I forgot you have that thing, smelling for
I can.
enemies. All right. You don't detect anyone else in the vicinity.
Okay.
So, as for you guys who are searching their bodies, they hold no gold on them, aside from the items that they have. And they do have a paper on them, a piece of paper. The would be the red one that you guys fucking dicked first. He has a paper on him that, as you roll it out and you read it, it is not in cipher. These guys didn't seem very smart. The paper has the Noxian seal on it, and it is documenting what they saw when they patrolled around Wuju Village. They say they were attacked and that this was the surviving party. Whoever was to get this document was to take it back to main base. Main base being something that you guys, well, the Ionians would know, even though the others also saw it pretty well, because it's impossible to notice even when you're walking around Ionia. Main base is in Phalor, which is an island, a location in an island that is to the west of the main Ionian island. So they were probably currently traveling there.
Well, sucks to be them.
Wuju Village weren't where we were?
It's where you're going. Yeah, it's where we're going. They probably met Shen and Shen fucked them up.
Oh, cool. What a good time.
All right. So, anything else to accomplish here, or can we move on?
Hide the bodies.
Yeah, you guys, that's easy enough to do. You pull them into the forest. You already see some bugs kind of gathering around them. It's easy enough to do for you guys. So, you proceed with your journey until you finally reach this mountainous region, and sort of like climbing up it, you can see a village of Wuju, you assume. This is the place that you saw, Brighto. You can judge pretty well. You see houses torn apart, the wood all twisted and torn down, burnt, but burnt differently. It almost looks that wasn't fire. You also look around and you notice there are some Noxian bodies lying out on the ground. You move in, and as you're moving into the village, the buildings are starting to surround you. You see in front of you a Shimon Vastaya. It just walks in front. And then it's wearing this like golden armor. It has brown fur and a red staff. And just looks at you weirdly. Then suddenly, next to you, in the middle of all of you, see the same form appear. I need you all to roll dexterity saving throws for me, please.
What?
As this figure appears in the middle of you and begins spinning its staff around.
Wukong girl?
It is a dude.
Wukong?
You. So there we go. It's Brighto's left, right?
Yeah.
You all fail.
Fuck.
As he just rotates his staff around you, you all fall to the ground. You take
Shit.
15 points of bludgeoning damage as you all fall knocked prone into the ground, and he stands atop you. And as he does, from the side of one of the buildings, you see a man, long hair tied into a bun. He approaches and he says, as he looks down upon you, "Forgive my student. He is a bit impatient." And that's where we're going to end today's episode.
That's Master.
Who is it?
Master.
Oh,
We are on
I mean,
Wuju.
sure.
is he the master of Wukong?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right.
Oh. I
that's
own
where-
his skin too, so the long hair makes sense.
That's where we're going to end the session today. Good job, guys. Awesome.
That was cute.
Ugh.
All right. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope whoever was watching enjoyed it as well. We extended a little bit past as well because I figured this was an important moment to have today.
True.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
a lot of bad dreams, some friends that you saw again. Yeah, man, it's just kind of weird.
Kill some mountains, school.
Yeah. Anyway, I want to thank chat for hanging out. I appreciate it. Apparently, Pader's been playing with his tongue. Like, I want to see this right now. Let me see this real quick.
Why did this?
Why, man?
How is this fucking 30 seconds of him playing with his mouth? It's just 30 seconds.
It's ruining.
This should be on OnlyFans, man.
I'm trying to be awake and you fucking guys are making jokes.
But yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. Whoever was watching, thank you all for the hosts. I appreciate it. You're all pretty fucking good looking. I want to thank the players once again for playing and for hanging out here. Appreciate you guys very much. I hope you enjoyed the session.
Was fun.
Yeah.
Was a lot of fun.
I mean,
I'd like the DM to play a little bit more, but
He died right away, you know.
I mean,
We got lucky. Thank you, DM, for not being
you guys
banged off
should've-
again, because we would have died.
I even tried to fail some strikes on a stun. So.
Yeah. That keep
You're special.
talking trash. That works a lot. It works good
These
for you.
people do not. They seem to not go through the same boss fights that I go through. It's like they're playing a different fucking game.
I seriously, I wasn't expecting solar flare to stun them all. That was.
Man, OP spell.
Yeah,
What the hell?
they don't have a very high dexterity because of all of the armor and stuff. And the other ones, one of them was like solo that it just died to the damage. So it wouldn't matter. But yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Thank you to all that were watching and gave this a chance. I appreciate it very much. And I'm just gonna do this again because I think it needs to be shown once more. I'll make it a little bit tinier. So yeah.
Really cool.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for all the hosts, all the help that you guys give and the support that you give us. Don't forget we have a YouTube channel, !YouTube, and you'll find it. If you wish to know the recaps, !recap in the chat, and you can find it there as well in order to read it. Quick announcement. Next week, a overall recap of Rune is going to start being on the works, and the reason being because we're approaching episode 50 and I want to release the overall recap close to episode 50 so that everyone can catch up on that landmark. So yeah, I'm gonna start working on it this week, and I will obviously, since I'm gonna start, I'm also gonna finish it this week. So yeah, you got that to look forward to. Thank you very much for your support once again. We will see you guys in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed.
GG's.
Let's roll out the outro now.
Slash intro.
And one day I'm gonna roll out my dick on your faces. But until then, let's roll out the outro, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.